This is Deadmau5, professional grafer. You're watching Billboard.com. I'm sure at some point, really super early in my career, I'd fantasize it from time to time. But I think that one of the factors that helped me get here, or however the fuck I ended up here, was not really focusing too much on that and more focusing on the craft and the production and the way I want to do it. You know what I mean? And let everything else just catch up with you. Because as long as you're ahead of that curve, everyone's just gonna be trailing behind you. You know what I mean? So that if you get too wrapped up on, I want to do that and I want to do this and I can't wait until this is going to happen. Well, we all know it's not a guarantee. So, I mean, always had a day job, but, the less focus on where you hope to end up and the more focus on the then and now and what you could do to improve your sound or improve your production and improve your image and all that stuff. It's a little more important than, sitting around and having a dream and, well, I wonder if I'm going to make it, I don't even think about it. I still don't, so. There's two outcomes of this answer, and one would be, well, it's branding identity, and it's like, it's like fucking McDonald's, you see a big M, you're gonna get a cheeseburger. You know what I mean? You see a big mouse head, and that mouse is around, or he's gonna be doing something or something like that. So it's just like, I was always kind of marketing savvy in terms of, the development of my career and all that stuff, to think like, well, you've made it when you've got this symbol that like represents a lot of things, you know what I mean? Like your music, your image, your attitude, or your lack thereof, or, on all these things that could just be summed up in a single image that you could just put on anything, you know what I mean? So that was kind of like the thinking behind that, but it's a good way to like add a couple nails in the coffin too, because I'll never be able to escape that. So it's like, it's like trying to stop a freight train with a paper clip, Well, it was kind of just like something we could put out there for people to, see the show, not on YouTube. In high def kind of thing. So it's like during that Earl's Court performance, because we had a big stage and it was like one of the last times we were using that certain stage, I thought, hell, shit, we should get some cameras in here and just film it for whatever. We didn't know yet at the time, and then just hang on to that footage, and then we're just like, oh, dude, yeah, by the way, we still have all this footage from like Earl's Court. And I'm like, well, shit, let's just do a DVD. So, because, a lot of people still haven't seen that stage and all that stuff, too. So that's just a cool little bit of memorabilia for myself that I'm allowed to now share with everyone else. So that's kind of the thing behind that. It's not like a big... This is the Deadmau5 show for the rest of his life. Enjoy. Oh, New York, LA, all the major city ones. Vancouver is like my big Canadian one, and then at the end of the tour we're doing my hometown and like the biggest venue. I would have been the first electronic artist to solo headline, the Sky Dome, which is like absurd, because we get a lot of really great big acts and DJs coming to Toronto, but none of them would ever play the Sky Dome, just because they don't have that draw, or you know what I mean, or just like, because it's not, the rent ain't cheap there, so we got to fill it up. So I'm really looking forward to those kind of shows, where it's kind of like a milestone thing in my career, and plus it's a hometown show on November 5th, and everyone's just going to be a big fun fest. So yeah, I'm looking forward to all of them, really. That's been like every interview question for the last year. I'm trying. No, it's just, the thing is the tours, but now I've got like this kind of mobile studio thing happening, so that process will speed up. I can't give a finite date just yet, just because I don't want to like have to postpone, as opposed to know when, it's gonna drop kind of thing. But soon. Just, I don't know, keep your eyes on my Facebook, then I'll be like, yay, finished 4 more tracks, which means that the album's almost ready, so there's no, like, set time frame I've dedicated to, you know, staying in the studio and doing an album. No, it's not ironic. It's some fucked up twist of fate, because I just got off a tour in Europe doing festivals there, and they were also headlining. So every fucking show they would be on the stage across from me. Everyone. And it happened like 4 times, to the point where it's like, I might as well be like the 6th member, you know, because this is just ridiculous, you know. And it was like, yeah, so we're on the last show in Europe, and I'm like, all right, later, Dave, bye. And he's like, no, dude, I'm seeing you in Chicago at Lolla. I'm like, oh shit, you're playing Wicked, I'll have to come see it. Oh, actually, we're playing the same time as you again. Great, awesome. But I got to see him last night in the Metro, which was really cool. Yeah, it's fun. It's good fun. But we're actually really far apart this time, so we're not gonna get any stage bleed. We played at Oxygen, and he had my stage bleed. Just like I'm pounding this really heavy track, and he was playing the solo bit for My Hero, and then he had to stop the song and say, I'd love to continue, but only if Deadmau5 would shut the fuck up. It's really funny.